God created the world. In the very beginning, God created everything from absolutely nothing. The first thing God created was light. Then he created the sky and air so people and plants could breathe. He created the plants and trees to provide food and shelter. He put the sun, moon, and stars in place. Then God created animals, every kind of sea creature and every kind of bird. He filled the earth with animals that walked and crawled and growled and mooed and roared. God finished by creating people, a man and a woman, each one specially created in his image. And God saw that everything he created was very good. God gave the first people a rule to follow. You may eat from any tree in the garden where you live, he told them, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you do, on that day, you must die. Of all the animals, the serpent was the most crafty, sly, and sneaky. He spoke to the woman one day. Did God really say you cannot eat from any tree in the garden? The woman corrected him. We may eat from the trees in the garden except the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden. God said you must not eat or touch it, or you will die. You will not die, said the serpent. If you eat it, you will be like God. The woman ate the fruit and gave some to the man. Immediately, they realized what they had done and tried to hide from God. God confronted them and told them there would be consequences for their sin. He provided clothing for the man and woman and sent them away from the Garden of Eden.
And now for a report from a very, very, very gifted student at Mooseberry Academy.
Whoa! Yeah! Yeah, smash it! Kablamo, everyone!
Kablamo Dash!
Kablamo Dash.
Today, I want to tell you about one of my greatest stunts. Just me, God's beautiful landscape, and a pair of turbine skis. Oh, and 3 Bengal tigers with chainsaws. I called it Dash Smash 'em versus the Lumberjack Tigers. I was in the Gobi Desert, where God has created some of his most beautiful scenery. I arrived early, at sunrise, when the sun casts long, beautiful shadows across the land. So not only did God create a beautiful desert, he also created the sun to make these beautiful shadows. The stunt was to rocket ski over the chainsaw-wielding Bengal tigers that were down in a pit. I took off on the skis, and right away, things started to go wrong. One ski had too much power, and the other one didn't have enough. So instead of heading for the ramp over the tiger pit, I started spinning in circles. I tried to unclamp my feet from the skis, but all the spinning was making me dizzy, so I fell over. When this happened, the extra powerful rocket ski flew into the sky, carrying me with it.
There's no way any of this really happened.
It's stunt science, not regular science. Yeah. High into the air it carried me. So high that when I looked down, I had a view of God's beauty from a completely different angle. It was spectacular. Until
You ran out of gas, didn't you?
I did, and began my plummet back to the earth. I was terrified, but as a safety measure, I remembered my stunt crew had packed a trampoline. So, as I looked down, I saw them scrambling with it to catch me. And kablamo, they did. Well, for a second anyway. It is a trampoline after all, so I bounced back into the sky and plummeted to the ground again. And they caught me again, and I bounced into the sky again. This went on for about 4 hours, each bounce being slightly smaller than the one before, until finally, I was done. I kicked off the skis, rolled off the trampoline, sent the Bengal tigers back to their habitat, and decided to call the stunt a failure. Thank you. The end.
I thought you said this was like one of your greatest stunts or whatever.
That's right, it was. I mean, sure, I failed, but I got to see the sun rise in the Gobi Desert, and I got to see it from the sky. Kablamo, if that isn't beauty, I don't know what is.
So it was great because of God's creation?
Absolutely. The same God who made me, and you, and the whole universe, made that desert. He made millions of people. And at that time, in that place, of all the millions of people, I was the only one who got to see that view from that angle. And to think, God created it all from nothing.
Maybe every day should be your greatest stunt.
That's a good point, Izzy. Kablamo, everyone.
Kablamo, Dash!
Woohoo!